friendly competition you two have in terms of the power games. How much fun is it between you two having that internal battle, putting balls over the fence?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I kind of yell at him every single time. It feels like any time that I hit a homer, he does too. So I'm trying to let him know, like, how am I supposed to close the gap if you don't give me an opportunity to do it? And no, I mean, it's a blast because you see the at-bats that he's taken and kind of the maturity that he rolls up there as a 22-year-old. It's impressive to watch.
I mean, you've been in the game a long time. Does anything surprise you about how young he is, how productive he's been, and what he's doing at the plate right now?
The at-bats in the high-intensity moments. I mean, I feel like there are moments that, he's come up to the plate, 2 outs, second and third, that base is open, and a lot of the times when you're young, it's like, I'm going to get up there, I'm going to hack, and I'm going to hit any pitches I can, and he's worked walks in those situations on pitches that are, maybe a fraction off or a ball or 2 off, and the discipline that he has at the plate to stay within himself, roll his approach, and understand that, if it's not in the zone, I'm not going to swing at it. He's been a lot of fun to watch.
I think he's kind of the same age you were when you came up.
I wish. I was 24.
Okay, well, he's 22. All right.
That's 2 whole years, Mark.
That's why I'm writing out a math person. That being said, to his first full season, you came up in the middle of the season, then you had obviously a pretty good year the next year. What's that adjustment process like? I mean, from your own experience.
There's a lot that goes into it. Obviously, I think every single time that someone gets called up, someone always grabs them and is like, "Hey man, it's the same game. Don't change anything." And that's just not the truth of it at all. Sure, it's the same game. You're still playing baseball in a sense, but it's turned up to a different notch. It's a lot faster. The mistakes are smaller. There's a lot of things that you have to make your little micro adjustments to and understand that this game is a whole heck of a lot harder than it is in AAA. And, he's made it seamlessly. It doesn't seem like he's had any issue adjusting to it. There are times that I think he might have struggled a little bit here or there, but it's a testament to, his faith in the staff here and the work that he shows that, if there is anything that's, beaten him in the past week, to make sure that next week doesn't get him.
Right, and when Catch says he makes the adjustments, like not just game to game, bat to bat, but within it, bat, pitch to pitch, is that something you have to learn how to do, or is that, I don't think we understand exactly even what that means.
So, I mean, I would more consider that like that's the chess in the baseball game. You understand, if you're facing a pitcher that's fastball, curveball, slider, and you take that great swing on the fastball, chances are he's not going to go back to it. So you have to adjust off of that. And maybe you saw the curveball really well, and okay, now I have to cover the slider. There's a ton of adjustments that have to get made in milliseconds up there at the plate. And yeah, I mean the way that he can adjust to it, I think you go back to last night off of I don't want to butcher his name. The guy that came in on Petra Springs. Yeah. First at bat gets a hit off the changeup, and then I don't know if he even saw the slider curveball pitch that he hit out to the center.
Right.
It's just those things. And he's like, okay, I'm still going to run this approach out, and it's going to work the right way. And I was working this direction, got the changeup, was out in front on it, pulled it in the 6-hole. Let's keep that same approach, go this way, and hit a homer to center. It's these things that some of them are uncoachable and intangibles, but he's got them all.
I just wanted to ask on not just on both sides of the plate, how was this park playing to you so far, especially with the ball that you hit off the center field backdrop last night?
It's not as bad as I think people were going to say. Obviously, the clubhouse is a little wonky being out in the outfield, but the playing surface is nice. The lights, it's bright enough on the field, and the ball seems to be carrying essentially like it does in every other ballpark. Obviously, the wind blowing a little bit out to left last night, and it's nothing is standing out and screaming that this isn't a good place to be.
As far as just a little bit of a streak that you've been on, is that a product of anything that you've done differently, or just maybe swinging at the right pitches?
It's just getting healthier and healthier. I think just the biggest thing, coming off the IL
right.
with some injuries, I mean, you're never perfect when you come off of it. So it's just that, getting back into it, getting the scar tissue built back up, as we like to say, and just getting kind of back into the swing of everything.
Not having anything bother you. To a
But
degree.
it's still August. We'll, there's always something.
Follow up just quickly on Brent Rooker. I know you two have a good relationship off the field, trained together in the off season. Can you describe your friendship and watching him and what he's been able to do, not just last year but now this year?
Yeah, I mean, he's somebody that, God, I couldn't even tell you the first time that we were really working out. I think he was drafted in 16 or 17 and came out, moved down to Nashville where we were all working out, and we got pretty close. His wife, Allie, was, really close to Madison, still is, and just having the chance to hit with him every offseason and seeing the way that he was developing, knowing what he was coming out of college, and watching him kind of tear through the minor leagues a little bit and then never truly get his opportunity in the big leagues, with, what was he, Minnesota, Kansas City, San Diego. I mean, it just kind of felt like they were up and down. And, I remember telling guys in here, telling Chad, everybody else that I knew, I was like, he's just one of those guys, you got to let him go. You can't, tell him he's going to play twice a week and expect him to hit 35 homers. Like, you're going to have to let him. He's going to have his down days. He's going to have his struggles. But at the end of the year, you're going to look up and go, oh, he's had one heck of a year. And I think, Oakland or the Athletics have done a very good job of doing that, just kind of letting him be Brent Rooker and letting him go out and do what he's going to do. And, he's shown that. I think he's sitting like 300 over the past couple of years with, 30 plus every year. So it's something that anybody that's hit with him in the offseason or hit with him before knew was going to happen. It was just when he was going to get that opportunity to do it and show it.
Thank you.